if you have a need to buy a home and a desire to do so, what can you do today? And for many consumers, it's really one or the other. Do I keep my Bitcoin, which I believe in it over the long run, or do I buy that home? And we're saying, well, you don't have to choose because we've got a solution like this where you can really have both at the same time.
How are you using crypto to enhance your offering and the availability of your products to Canadian clients?
Yes, so the element of having crypto in a crypto mortgage is really important because most of the individuals that have crypto, in order for their assets to be considered, they likely have to sell it and convert it into dollars for it to be part of their qualification aspect. They also need to be able to have enough for a down payment in a product. So what our crypto mortgage does is that this customer will pledge the equal amount of Bitcoin for the loan amount that they want. So if they want a $500,000 loan, we'll require at least a $500,000 pledge of Bitcoin backing up that loan. Now, what's unique about this is that the Bitcoin remains the property of the client, but they don't need to put up any dollars or a down payment for the transaction. We can finance up to 100% of the transaction because what we're really trying to alleviate is one, the element of that individuals having to sell Bitcoin either for a down payment or to be considered for a loan, which is likely to trigger a taxable event because they have gains. The second one is that we want them to continue to hold this for the long term, which is likely how they amass this crypto wealth to begin with. So we don't want them to have the opportunity cost of not owning it. And three, we understand that crypto is part of this transaction where many lenders will look at crypto and immediately reject the loan. We can also get them qualified for this. So we're really wrapping all of this into one transaction. So an individual from Canada that has Bitcoin, we can definitely work with them and really smooth out that process of getting qualified here in the US.
And potentially without selling their crypto. I think that's a very important aspect because as you alluded to, those who are holding on to crypto assets aren't keen to, sell them necessarily, but do want to be acknowledged in terms of their net worth. And when it comes to buying properties and other large ticket items, that they have the financial backing in crypto assets without having to convert them.
Absolutely. I think that element of keeping their crypto assets, if you would ask most individuals today, are you, a net buyer or a net seller of Bitcoin and Ethereum, you would probably find that most people would rather buy today than sell. Now, the question is, your decision to buy a home, should it be predicated around where Bitcoin prices are or not? So if you have a need to buy a home and a desire to do so, what can you do today? And for many consumers, it's really one or the other. Do I keep my Bitcoin, which I believe in it over the long run, or do I buy that home? And we're saying, well, you don't have to choose because we've got a solution like this where you can really have both at the same time.
I've heard that Miami is very far ahead in the Bitcoin development space. And I think the fact that you're based there speaks to that as well. Does it feel like you're in the middle of sort of the ecosystem where even real estate companies now are looking at Bitcoin and crypto more seriously?
Absolutely. I think that if you think about this space around crypto 5 years ago, I think there's a lot of individuals that were thinking or maybe even some hoping that it would go away. I think today it's more likely to stay around for the foreseeable future. And what we have found is that people are choosing to keep a portion of their wealth in equities and stocks and bonds, in cash, and a portion of their wealth in crypto. And for us being in South Florida, where we see a lot of that, and there's this evolution around real estate, and our unique perspective in working with customers that we feel are very, very good, just are unlikely to ever be able to meet unique qualifications of a mortgage for a US consumer, we felt we could actually do something about it. So I think that for us, it's great to be in Miami because we get lots of international people on the real estate side and crypto consumers, and everybody's coming together, and we definitely have a friendly environment to be able to go out and innovate. So.